What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another historic rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we are going to be continuing doing the rebuilds in the Kobe and Shaq era, and today we have the Michael Jordan Wizards. So this was technically Michael Jordan's last season in the NBA in real life. Funny enough, he still put up 20 points a game. Absolutely, comical at this point. But, here in 2K, sometimes he doesn't retire. So we're going to have to make a decision on whether we want to trade 39-year-old Michael Jordan and we want to risk him maybe not retiring this offseason, or do we want to trade the GOAT before we do get into year one? All those decisions will be made. The rest of this team, it's okay. We have Jerry Stackhouse, we have Larry Hughes, Christian Laettner here. I'm just looking at the roster. It is what it is, man. It's not a great team. And finally, as always, of course, you guys are new around here, new to the channel. We'd love to have you join the community. Stick around a while, hit that subscribe button. On top of that, let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section, whatever you guys have. I always love to hear. Let me know that. Any feedback, whatever you guys got, let me know down below. I really do appreciate it, man. So this Washington Wizards team is, as I mentioned, it is what it is. They're not a great team. They're not a terrible team. They're just kind of in the middle of the pack. We're definitely going to hopefully make some big moves today. Try to get this Wizards team a championship. Let's get into it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to quickly go over this roster that we do have here for the Washington Wizards. Again, we are led by Michael Jordan, who is one of, if not the greatest player in NBA history. That's not a conversation we're having right now, but he is 39 years old. In real life, as I mentioned, this was his swan song. This was his last year in the NBA. And, I've seen it go both ways. I've seen him retire after year one in these Kobe and Shaq era rebuilds, and I've seen him play 2 more years. So I don't really know what's going to happen. He's an 87 overall. Obviously a pretty good overall here in this game, but his overall probably really won't go up much higher, if you know what I mean. So we'll see. We have 27-year-old Jerry Stackhouse, who is a very good player at this point in time. I'd like to keep him around here, again, depending on the money situation, how everything else plays out. He'll probably be here the majority, if not the entire video. 23-year-old Larry Hughes, he's here. He hopefully can continue to develop. That's the best I can kind of say. Christian Laettner, former Duke product, number 3 overall draft pick. Actually had some pretty good years early on in his career, but yeah, we'll figure that out. Brendan Haywood is here. Eaton Thomas. Tyronn Lue is even here. Jared Jeffries, that's a name I haven't heard in a minute. Charles Oakley, 38-year-old Charles Oakley. God damn. Byron Russell, Brian Cardinal, Bobby Simmons, Deion Cummings, and Tony Wilkes and Robert. I mean, these are just some people I haven't really ever heard of before. But yeah, man, let's get into some big trade decisions. I don't know if we're going to move on from MJ or not. Obviously, he'd be a tremendous piece to have here, but it's not just somebody you can replace pretty easily. So let's either make a trade with him or make a trade with somebody else. Let's get into it. Our first trade is going to be coming with the Golden State Warriors. We're going to be sending them Byron Russell and Robert Blevins. We're going to be trading them, and we're going to be picking up Bob Sura and Glenn Patterson coming over here to Washington, D.C. We need a backup shooting guard for Michael Jordan. I've decided I'm not going to be trading him strictly based off the fact that he's making $1 million, and there's really no other bad contracts on this team that I can kind of match with that in order to get a bigger salary. MJ is on a $1 million contract, which is kind of a steal at this point in time. So, Bob Sura going to come in here at 10 points a game. Honestly, not too bad. Decent 3-point shooter as well for this era. And yeah, welcome to Washington, D.C. Pretty sure Bob Sura is a good poker player as well. All right, that is obviously our trade. We acquire Bob Sura. He's going to be backing up Michael Jordan here. We might have a couple other small trades. If not, I'll see you guys at the rotation. And then our final trade here is going to be coming with the Detroit Pistons. We're going to be sending them Brian Cardinal and a second-round draft pick for a 2005 lottery-protected first-round pick. Is this pick going to turn into anything special? No, probably not. But Brian Cardinal is somebody who is definitely not going to be in the rotation. So I will always take an asset like a draft pick for a player that was never even going to touch the court. Let's go ahead and set the rotation. We are officially done making all of the trades that we wanted to make before year one here in Washington, D.C. We went ahead and decided to keep Michael Jordan on this team, which is definitely a risky proposition considering the fact that he's 39. This was his last year in real life, but here in 2K, I haven't really seen him retire much. It has happened after year one, but it has not been much. We're hoping he goes into free agency this offseason, and we will obviously address that when we do get there. But Larry Hughes, Michael Jordan, Jerry Stackhouse, Christian Laettner, and 22-year-old Brendan Haywood. I did not know he was 22 at this point in time, so hopefully we can develop him pretty well. I give the 6-man nod to Tyronn Lue. Obviously, I enjoy having guards or small forwards as my 6-man. I do not like big men typically. That's why I give the nod to Ty Lue. Followed by him is Eaton Thomas here. Then we have Bobby Sura, Jared Jeffries, and Charles Oakley. It is an interesting bench. It is definitely not the worst bench I've ever had. It's definitely not the best. We're just the middle of the pack team at the end of the day. Let's see what happens here at the end of year one here in DC. We went 48-34 to round out year one here in DC. Not a horrible record, but again, what I kind of suspected from the beginning, we're just a middle of the pack team. probably not really going to be making too much noise come playoff time. But we are in a playoff spot, I can tell you that. Tim Duncan wins the MVP award. I mean, there's not enough good things I can say about Timmy D. Yao Ming, Rookie of the Year. You tend to see this one a lot back in these, historic Kobe-era rebuilds. Desmond Mason, Sixth Man of the Year. That's not a name I've heard in a long, long time. Ben Wallace, Defensive Player of the Year. Big Z, Most Improved. Tim Mitchell does win Coach of the Year. So, as you can see, we're in the playoffs as a 4 seed. We'll take a look at the full standings right now. With a record of 40-34, that was actually tied for a 2 seed here in the East. So, I mean, I guess the Magic and the Raptors just had the tiebreakers on us. But, yeah, I mean, it's at this point in time in the NBA, the absolute juggernaut of the Western Conference. I mean, again, the East is good. It's just the West scares the shit out of me. So, I mean, eventually we will hopefully be getting to a finals, but it definitely does scare me. Jerry Stackhouse played super well. Michael Jordan at the age of 40 now played really well. Even Larry Hughes contributed a lot. You love to see it. Haywood led us in boards, and then assist was Christian Laettner, actually. So we have Allen Iverson and the 76ers here in round 1. Let's take a look at the rest of the roster. You got Eric Snow, Aaron Mickey, Keith Van Horn, Derek Coleman. Pretty well put together team, if I do say so myself. Hell, they're probably even better than us at this point in time. But, yeah, let's see what happens. We're 2-2 right now. We actually go up 3-2. We're going to Game 7, and we actually win. Moving on to the Detroit Pistons. Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Corliss Williamson, Clifford Robinson, Ben Wallace. This is not a bad team whatsoever. Them being a 1 seed definitely scares me a little bit, and we're up 2-0 on them. All right, well, hey now, you don't ever like to go out to a 2-0 lead and then blow it, and we're in the Eastern Conference Finals. We're taking on the New Jersey Nets. Jason Kidd, Kerry Kittles, Richard Jefferson, Kenya Martin, and Dikembe Mutombo, who is 36 at this point in time. All right, man, let's see what happens here in the Eastern Conference Finals, a spot I did not really think we would be in. We're 2-2, we go down 3-2, and we lose in 6. You got a Spurs versus New Jersey Nets Finals, and the Spurs go on to win in 5. Timmy Duncan wins Finals MVP. I don't really think anybody was going to be questioning who was going to win that matchup. Fuck, we have a big moment of truth right now. Please, MJ, do not retire. Oh, man. Michael Jordan calls it a career. I could override it. I'm sure some of you guys really probably wouldn't care. But you know what? I'm just going to let him go. He's 40 years old. He's done everything he can in this league. He's cemented himself into the GOAT conversation. MJ, thank you for everything. That sucks. I probably should have gone ahead and maybe found a better trade for him, but ultimately there were really no good trades anyways. I was looking. There really wasn't much. Jersey retirements, Stockton and MJ get their jerseys retired by the franchises they were with. And yeah, let's get into the offseason. Historic changes. I'm not seeing much here. That really excites me anyways. Draft lottery time. The Washington Wizards. Any lottery picks that I traded for? I highly doubt it, but let's sim the lottery. Seattle Supersonics potentially going to end up with LeBron James. Interesting how that would have changed NBA history. All right, staff signing. Who is our head coach? I know who it was. I have his name on the tip of my tongue. I just literally saw it. If I see it, I'll remember it. Fuck. I'm a complete idiot. I know who it was because I saw his name, and now I can't even find him. Whoa. Oh, Scott Kerr. Oh, it was Doug Collins. It was Doug Collins. He's right here. I think, anyways. Yeah, it was. He has bad ratings, though. I'd like to go ahead and maybe get somebody who's a little bit better. I mean, obviously, Popovich probably isn't going to come here, but Stauffer might. Cool. Let's head up to the NBA draft right now, where we will have our first-round pick. I'm not going to trade up and get one of the big four from this 2003 draft class, even though they're all obviously Hall of Fame talents. But I just do it so much, I'd like to maybe switch up the content a little bit. So, yeah, let's see what pick we do have. We do have the 22nd overall pick. Maybe I'll draft somebody there that can still come off the bench for us. So maybe let's hop into this draft, see who is available for us here at number 22. Courtney Ellis, no. Nick Collison, I've drafted him before. David West could be an option, maybe a new backup power forward. And honestly, from players that are real, I see Matt Bonner up there as well, and Kendrick Perkins. Yeah, let's go ahead and take David West, longtime NBA player, and overall solid NBA career. All right, cool. He's going to be a 74 overall. Definitely has some progression that we're going to need, but not a bad player whatsoever. We are in need of a shooting guard right now, and that is definitely the big market, pickup that we're looking to get. Not really a lot of shooting guards here, unfortunately. I mean, Tim Duncan's here. We just don't quite have that money. Also, Jason Kidd is here. We definitely have some options here. We definitely do. Let's see what we can maybe find. So not only do I hate these random auto-generated players that are 65 overalls and do nothing on this team, I hate the contracts they have, because $4 million is not a lot in today's NBA money, but back in 2002, 2003, It's a decent chunk of change. He's like the third highest paid player on this team right now, which I can't have happening if I'm going to go ahead and I want to spend money and go sign a marquee free agent. So, can I just continue to trade these players that are never even going to touch the court for my team? Tony Wilkes, I feel like that might actually be a real person, but I don't really know. All right, cool. Bobby Sura is also making a lot of money. We obviously didn't really give up much to get him, but he is making a decent chunk of change. The thing is, though, I don't really have any other shooting guards, so I kind of have to keep him unless I want to maybe trade for another shooting guard. If I'm looking at the free agents here, there are some huge names here like Jason Kidd and Tim Duncan. I'm assuming that both of these players will go back to their respective franchises, but just in case, I'm going to give them both a huge offer because it would be idiotic of me not to do this. That's the most it lets me give either of them. Obviously, both of them would be huge upgrades. If I don't get them, I think either a Jermaine O'Neal and Elton Brand would be fun. Let's take a look at their numbers. Holy hell, Jermaine O'Neal. Wow, he might be my #1 target right now. Only 24 years old, unrestricted free agent. I would happily take Jermaine O'Neal. What Jason Kidd's going to sign here? Okay, well, actually, hold on a second now. I only have $1 million in cap space, and I think I need to clear like 12 more if I even want to remotely make this possible. Okay. I can do that. I can 100% do that. It means I have to move Larry Hughes, I have to move Christian Laettner, and I have to move Bobby Sura, but I am 100% down to do that. I need to hopefully find a cheap shooting guard, though, so let me cook. Let me cook. I'll be back. So hear me out. I have a plan. I'm hoping this plan works. I don't know if it's 100% solid, but I'm going to try to move Larry Hughes here, try to get Ricky Davis. He'd obviously come in here and be the shooting guard that we really, really need. We can see your starting shooting guard spot. Cool. Take Bobby Sura. Son of a bitch. All right. How about if I give you Jared Jeffries instead? Wow, that was way easier than it probably should have been. Okay. Unfortunately, Bobby Sura would be a cool bench piece to have. And again, he's probably playing pretty decent for us, but I just cannot afford it for the life of me. Please just give me somebody who's not a random CPU NPC that I really hope is not making a lot of money. All right, cool. I did not clear enough money, did I? 9 million? Yeah, I need to clear like 4 more, I think, which is unfortunate. But it really just means, I think, getting rid of Christian Laettner at this point, and I'm hoping that means we're good. I don't want to just dump Christian Laettner for nothing. It 1,000% sucks, but if I'm getting some huge upgrades, I'm going to do it 10 times out of 10. All right, cool. Let's take this New Orleans pick, and then Mark Blunt, who I really just don't need. Maybe another draft. Wow, first round pick. Okay. All right. Is that enough money? Is that enough money? Well, my God. We get Jason Kidd and Jermaine O'Neal here in free agency. Oh, okay. I thought you got one of the contracts got matched. Huge free agency here for us in year 2. We also acquire a shooting guard. And wow, this team is looking a whole lot better than it was at one point in time. So, again, the weak point on this team remains the center spot. Brendan Haywood is not a great center option in my opinion, but kind of is what it is. David Robinson, you want to sign a cheap contract with me? Nope, didn't think so. All right, cool. Any other better center options here? Yeah, no. Okay. So let's look at some potential backups that we are in need of. Basically, a shooting guard, a small forward, and a center at this point in time are definitely what we are in the market for. Backup center, Vladimir Stepania is, he put up 10 boards. Why not? All right, welcome, Vladimir. And then now let's look at shooting guards and then small forwards. Dion Glover actually had a pretty good year last year, and he's relatively young, which means he won't regress, which is kind of a big thing when you do rebuilds like this. Walter McCarty might regress, but he's only a 1-year plug-in option anyways. All right, cool. We made a whole lot of moves this offseason. We got our new stars, and I'm super pumped about this team. I don't know if we're immediately championship contenders, but we got a whole lot better. I'll see you guys at the start of year 2. Here in DC. We made some huge upgrades to a team that was in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. And obviously some things have changed. We've basically blown up the majority of this core that we had here last year on that playoff run. Michael Jordan ended up retiring. It put a big bump in our plans. But we kind of solved that with a really good response, in my opinion. Signing Jason Kidd, signing Jermaine O'Neal, to already trade for Ricky Davis, having Jerry Stackhouse. We're in a really good spot right now. And I'm hoping this team can maybe be back in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's not in the finals. So here's how it's going to look. It's Jason Kidd, Ricky Davis, Jerry Stackhouse, Jermaine O'Neal, Brendan Haywood. That's a pretty good starting 5 in my opinion, especially with Brendan Haywood progressing pretty nicely, if I do say so myself. We signed Dion Glover. He's going to be our new 6-man, followed by Tyronn Lue, Vladimir Stepania, David West, who we just drafted, and Walter McCarty. I like this team a lot. Let's see what happens. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2 here in DC. It was a good year 2. It was a very good year 2 regular season. We went 69-13. Nice. I know. Get it out of your system. Oh, wow. I sound old saying that. Wow. I cannot believe how good of a record this team has. Obviously, having a regular season record of almost 70 wins is awesome. I Hear a lot more about the playoffs. I think you guys all know that if you've been watching me for a while. Oh my God. Shaq wins MVP here at the end of year 2. Had an absolutely dominant season in LA. Really can't blame him. LeBron James, Rookie of the Year, ended up going #1 overall to the Seattle Supersonics. It's weird to say, if you've been watching these historic rebuilds that I've been doing, LeBron doesn't win the MVP award too often, or excuse me, Rookie of the Year. Actually, no, he does. What I'm trying to say is he does not end up going #1 overall too often. That's what I meant. I cannot speak this early in the morning. Congrats, LeBron, though. Elton Brand, 6th Man of the Year. Ben Wallace wins Defensive Player of the Year. Tony Parker, Most Improved. Mike Stafford does win Coach of the Year for us. I mean, this is a fun team. We were 24 games up on the 45-win 2-seed Bulls. Best record in the league by 9 games. I mean, it's a thing of beauty. It really is. Let's look at the numbers here. I do not want to do per to 36. That's my bad. Okay, cool. Jermaine O'Neal, Jerry Stackhouse, Jason Kidd, Ricky Davis, Deion Glover. I mean, just an overall super fun team. Boards was Jermaine O'Neal, and assists Jason Kidd. All right, Miami here in round 1. Andre Miller, Eddie Jones. Yeah, well, it appears that they maybe didn't have that high overall pick that they did in real life in 2003, where they obviously selected Dwayne Wade. So let's go ahead and hopefully just get by them here in round 1 with ease. All right, cool. Milwaukee here. Obviously, Ray Allen's on this team. They have Sam Cassell, Michael Redd, Tim Thomas, Elton Campbell, Tony Kukoc on that bench. This is a good team right here. I think we're better, though. I really do. And we end up, hopefully, winning in 5. We do. Eastern Conference Finals. We got my Boston Celtics here. Mike Harrison, Wesley Person. They've got the truth here. Antoine Walker. I mean, they're just not even as close to as good as us. And we have the defending NBA champions in the San Antonio Spurs. Obviously, we 95% of the time wouldn't have had to face them if we were able to sign Timmy D. But that's not the way it worked this year. It's not, and this is a very talented team that makes me really nervous, and it's a good team. We're down 2-1 right now. We're down 3-1. Okay, we're battling back a little bit. If it's close, I will hop in. Obviously, I'm not very good at this game, so me trying to save a championship is not exactly ideal, but I'll do it if I have to. All right, well, we didn't blow it this time, it looks like, anyway. So we're going to Game 7 here on our home floor. Can we get a championship here in year 2? I would love if that was a possibility. That would be a real, oh my God. All right, don't blow it. Please don't blow it. I know how good the Spurs are. Just, oh man, don't do this to me. Fuck, they did it to me. They did it to me. God damn it. I'll see you guys. No. Fuck. I'll try. I make no promises. The big bad Spurs were just too much to handle. I don't know if I'm going to be showing that footage or not. It really kind of all depends. If we win next year and I get gameplay, I'll show that instead. Yeah, Tim Duncan. I mean, the Spurs are just too dominant at this point in time. There's really nothing I can do. Player retirements. Anybody here from the Washington Wizards? It's really all I care about. There's not. Staff retirements. Don't care. Hall of Fame inductees. The pedophile, Hakeem, and David Robinson. Cool. Let's see. Any historic changes? I mean, besides this putrid Wizards logo that we have now, and it's nothing really big. Draft lottery time. I saw a Wizards logo. I know we traded for a couple picks. I didn't know if any of them are going to pan out. Number 10 from the New Orleans Hornets, I guess they are at this point in time. Probably not going to turn into anything. Well, actually, we do have their pick at number 10. Might try to trade it. Brendan Haywood is not a bad center. I want a huge upgrade. Somebody that can really kind of bang bodies down low. Somebody that can maybe put up more than 7 points a game. It's not a shot at Brendan Haywood. It's just kind of the reality of the situation. And he's a goddamn free agent, which is awesome. Ah, man. All right. We do have 2 draft picks this year. Can I just get some future assets? Thank you very much. And I'll go ahead and hopefully trade those along with Brendan Haywood after we sign him. So we have a big free agency, I guess, because we want to get him back and then hopefully go ahead and trade him. Pau Gasol would be a fun free agent, but I just don't have the money for it. So Brendan Haywood, I'm going to pay. And then I'm hopefully going to get him back. And then I'm hopefully going to go ahead and, yeah, find a new center. It's not a shot against them. I just need to upgrade at this point in time. So let's find a trade. I have no idea if this is possible. I have no idea if this is even remotely possible. Ben Wallace is obviously not a center that you're trading for to put up multiple, double-double games because he really doesn't score a lot of points. But what he does do is rebound, and he plays defense. And this is the final year. So take 5 draft picks if you want it because I need Ben Wallace on this team. And I kind of need it to happen now. So take the draft picks. Seriously? God damn it. Does David West have more value to you? Okay. That was a sincere overpay probably, but Ben Wallace is a huge upgrade, especially defensively. And I'm super excited to have him here. So, at this point in time, you know what? I'm going to go 9-man rotation. Jermaine O'Neal's not going to get a backup. I need a backup small forward. And these options are not very good. Actually, some decent back. Who is Earl Jenkins? Clifford Robinson's just old, but he's actually a pretty high overall. So, you know what? Let me sign Clifford Robinson and then immediately trade him in hopes of maybe getting some sort of backup small forward. I cannot believe I just gave him 5 draft picks, but thank God it's the final year. Yeah. All right, 2 first-round picks. Give me a small forward because this is the final season, and I'm not really seeing many small forwards, which is obviously awesome because, I didn't really need one anyways. All right. Ooh, Brent Berry. Beautiful. All right, cool. Wow, didn't think I'd get him. All right, final season. This is it, man. We're going 9-man rotation. The bench is maybe weakened a little bit, but the starting 5 is insane. I'll see you guys at the start of the 3rd and final year. 3rd and final season for us here in DC. We've cut it down to a 9-man rotation. This team is looking as good as ever. I don't know why Ricky Davis is regressing. The man's 25 years old. You gotta love 2K. Jason Kidd, Ricky Davis, Jerry Stackhouse, Jermaine O'Neal, and Ben Wallace. Dominant starting 5. Bench is pretty good as well. We pick up Brent Berry to be a 6-man here, followed by Ty Lue, Dion Glover, and Vladimir Stepania. I want a championship. I really do. I'll see you guys at the end of the 3rd and final year. Tracy McGrady wins the MVP award here at the end of the 3rd and final season. Very impressive year. Congrats, T-Mac. I was dumb. I was on Twitter. I wasn't paying attention to our record. My mistake. Dwight Howard wins Rookie of the Year. Corey Beasley wins 6-man of the year. Who? What? Who? Andre Karolinko, Mr. AK-47, wins Defensive Player of the Year. Speedy Claxton, Most Improved. Popovich wins Coach of the Year. We're a 1 seed, which is obviously good. 61-21. That's not bad. I'm begging somebody to eliminate the Spurs. Like, I will literally pay money at this point. I keep fucking up and keep hitting. All right, cool. I don't really care about the numbers right now. What I care about is going out and winning a championship. So let's do it. We have Detroit here in round 1. We obviously went ahead and took Ben Wallace from them. We gave them Brendan Haywood, and there's just no way this team's touching us. Winning 5. Celtics here in round 2. Unless they made the trade for Kevin Garnett or acquired Ray Allen, there's just no way they're touching us either. Milwaukee Bucks here in the Eastern Conference Finals. They've made some upgrades. 6-sleeve, bro. Linden. What's that? What is his name? Linden? Linwood? Jesus. All right, let's sim the Eastern Conference Finals. I cannot imagine this team is touching us, but yeah. Okay. Oh, shit. No shot, right? Okay. Spurs here in the NBA Finals again. I want revenge. I really do. I don't know if it's going to... Okay. Good start. Good start. Don't blow it now. Fuck. Okay. Fuck. All right. Going to Game 7 again. This is not... Fuck. Oh, my God. Tim Duncan, man. Tim Duncan just ripping my heart out, kicking me straight in the fucking dick, and telling me to like it. I mean, good God, man. What the hell? All right. Well, that sucks. I blame the Western Conference. I don't blame myself. I blame the West because nobody stepped up and beat them. What are Kobe and Shaq doing? Come on. Give them some challenge. Beat them once or twice. I mean, hell, you 3-peated. Actually, no, you just won. Wait, did they 3-peat? I don't know. Oh, man. All right. Well, that wraps this one up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I actually had a good time with this. We built a really fun team, and a team that I'm pretty proud of. Unfortunately, couldn't get it done. Greg Popovich used his evil powers on me and just, destroyed my morale. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I do love you guys. Let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.